What's up guys, Houndish here, and we're back in Destiny 2 this week with a couple of new pieces of content launching into the game. So initially, for the reset today, we do have new quests to kick off the Empyrean Foundation event, and that is kind of a community challenge, so we'll cover that stuff, as well as the new Sundial boss. But then we also have Triple Infamy and Gambit this week, and remember, Crimson Days is going to be launching next week, by the way. But otherwise we have got some updates, and we'll round up activities, rewards, vendors, and all of the typical weekly reset stuff in the video as well. Really quick shout first though, my sponsor Now Drinks have got their new flavour, Pineapple Twist. And this is personally my favourite flavour. It is sugar-free, but helps to improve focus while gaming using natural ingredients. And if you follow my link below, it'll give exclusive access to this flavour while stocks last, but also you get a free shaker if you use code Houndish at checkout, so the link for that is in the description. Now though, as we get into Destiny 2 for the week, Saint 14 has a quest to head back into the Sundial, and ultimately we need to defeat Inatam, the final Sundial boss. So that is the featured boss for the week, and we're not sure if there are going to be any specific rewards for this outside of the ability to actually upgrade the Tower Obelisk. And this looks to enable some of the functionality actually needed for the Empyrean Foundation. And so, we are going to have to get this one done, go visit Saint 14, pick up that quest, and essentially you kill Inatam in the Sundial, and then there's a step to collect Orbs of Light to charge the Sundial core. And so it isn't something that should take absolutely ages to get done. In-game, there is actually an overlay, as well as a milestone right here to speak to Saint 14, and of course this is that first step to jump in to the Empyrean Foundation. And first we gotta go into the Sundial and all of that stuff, so bear in mind, this is kind of the starting point, and sometimes these quests do require kind of prior completion of other DLC quests and things like that, so try and do it on a character that is currently up to date if it doesn't actually show up immediately. For the basics of the Empyrean Foundation while we're here, of course it is kind of a community challenge where Bungie want us to donate our Fractaline at the Tower Obelisk. And so if you can donate 5,000 Fractaline during the event, it will reward a Triumph, the new emblem, but also the Lighthouse Sun shader. So while the Foundation event is running, the Tower Obelisk will actually generate Fractaline automatically for us every week, based on our other obelisk levels. So if you do want to donate a lot of Fractaline, the best thing to do is level up all of your planetary obelisks, so that over a number of weeks you're going to generate huge amounts of Fractaline. Of course you can then donate that, but other ways to get Fractaline would include weekly Sundial bounties, Sundial runs, but mainly other activities as well, like Gambit, Crucible, and Strikes. And for all of those activities, you can unlock perks at each of the obelisks, which of course increase the drops of Fractaline in the respective activities. So the main individual goal is to donate at least 5,000 Fractaline. As far as we know, you can do that immediately if you have it, or if you still need to earn it, you can still do it later on in the event. And so those are the basics of the Empyrean Foundation. I will keep you posted on rewards, reveals, and tips for the event as it unfolds here on the channel. Quick shout for Gambit this week though, if you do need to run any, Triple Infamy is active in the game, so if you're clearing any of your quests for Season 9 or going for any of the old titles, anything like that, then it'll definitely be useful, and of course we start out with Double Infamy, and that should go up to Triple Infamy over the weekend. When it comes to our pinnacle drops though, of course over on the moon, we do have the dungeon, as well as the raid right there, but in terms of Nightmare Hunt specifically, we do have Anguish, as well as Servitude, and then we've also got the Nightmare Hunt Pride. Otherwise, your first run in the Legend Sundial, of course, will award your Pinnacle drop for your first Chosen drop every single week. But the specific raid challenge inside of the Garden of Salvation will be a link to the chain this week. Let's take a look at the Eververse store right here. Of course, we have all of the typical featured silver stuff, and you can spot that in-game if you're curious. But we do have the Playground Ride right here, featured emote for Bright Dust on the front page, maybe something to check out. We've also got Tip of the Spear, which is the Sparrow right there. Pretty interesting looking vehicle for sure. Kind of looks like a hand cannon almost from a particular angle. But we've also got Up in Smoke and then Welded Brass and our consumables on the front page there. But the main Bright Dust page also has the Playground Ride, and then we've got the Lampion shell, which is a pretty cool ghost shell from this season. Kind of a lamp, I guess. I'm not even going to try and say the name of this one, but it's a pretty interesting looking ship. And then we've got the Poison Courier shell, another Viced featured drop right there. The Shifting Loyalties, which is an ornament for the Dustrock Blues, a pretty curious, awesome looking Fallen ornament right there. Man, I wish we could get stuff like this dropped in Strikes. I'm never going to stop saying it. Titans get the Future Facing helm right there. And then we've got the Lantern projection, the Palm Tree projection, the Cabal Shield Breaker, the Coastal Swede, and the Byzantium Lotus. Maybe we said it right, I'm not sure, let me know down below. This week's Nightfall Ordeal is set over on Mercury, so it is going to be one of the Mercury strikes. But for traditional Nightfalls, we do have the Lake of Shadows. This one can drop the Malicious Birthright grenade launcher. We also have the Pyramidion, and from here you can get the Silicon Neuroma sniper rifle, and then we've got the Festering Core, a featured strike from Shadowkeep. Of course, for any of the strike-specific loot, they will drop randomly when you take the bosses down. But then for some of our legacy content, we have the Menagerie with Solar Singe, Grounded, and Brawler, and then the heroic version comes with Extinguish, Match Game, Attrition, and Arc Singe for modifiers this week. If it's Year 1 Leviathan raid layers that you're curious about, and the modifiers for the prestige versions, we've got Arsenal, and then Arms Master with a kinetic auto rifle, as well as an energy auto rifle, and anything in the power slot. However, Reckoning modifiers for today are going to consist of Void Singe, and then Grenadier. When it comes to the escalation protocol though, Kathok the Roar of Zol is the boss this week, and so the submachine gun is randomly available when you take that boss down. Over in the Dreaming City though, the Ascendant challenge for the week, if you are still completing any, is going to be the Shattered Ruins, and this one you'll find in the Spine of Keres area on the map, so if you want the gameplay of the location, I will run it at the end of the video, but otherwise for Reset itself, that's everything we've got to round up, guys. So once again, I'll keep you posted on new stuff throughout the week, throughout the course of the Empyrean Foundation, and then we should be getting news about Crimson Days, and shortly after that, realistically, we're probably going to get more details about Season 10 for the game, so be sure to keep it locked in here on the channel, get subscribed and turn on notifications if you do want to be kept up to date. But if you've enjoyed the video, a rating really helps me out, and also let us know if you're jumping into D2 this week to take part in the Empyrean Foundation event. But otherwise, guys, thanks as always for tuning in, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.
Guardian down.